Young world, man, the difference a day can make, man. The difference that one day can make. So 1090 Jake is now on the chopping block. He's on the menu now. It seems. Let's put the seatbelt on and get rid of that noise in the background. But it seems as though 1090 Jake is on the chopping block. From all the information I'm seeing, the videos I'm seeing, last night I seen Harlem Legend and them coming at him. You know what I'm saying? Then I seen a couple other jokers. Then I seen today on IG, King Erner was getting at him on IG. You know, once King Erner gets involved with the whole talent stuff, you know it's a rap. And the thing is like this, man. Like my whole thing with the whole thing is this: just to let jokers know how dark stuff can get that quick. I'm just telling you from a beef point of view. You know what I'm saying? I had beef with. I ain't gonna name no particular gangs or whatever I beefed with, but I had beef with, to say, groups before. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here, obviously. But once you beefing with certain jokers, life can get real dark for you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I've been through it. The fact that I'm still here, I'm not on no braggadocious stuff like, oh, because it can happen at any time. It still can happen. I'm years removed from the street, but it still can happen. When you beefing with certain people, you get seen at the wrong place, the wrong time. So I'm not even sitting here like I'm all tough because I'm still here and I survived. Because you probably thinking like Joker, if you really was beefing with some real ones, how come you still here or whatever? I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I say that lightly. I'm not saying that cocky like dudes I beefed with. And like I said, I ain't gonna say no certain factions in particular of the people I beefed with. But just trust when I tell you what 1090 Jake is going through now. I know personally how quick life can go from light to dark. And hit the goddamn like button because I'm telling you something real right now. This is really for jokers that might think they want to be involved in gangs or whatever. You ain't in it, but you thinking you want. I'm telling you from a standpoint of Lindsay F. Rose, how you doing? Not for me being involved with gangs, for me beefing with gangs, me having beef in the streets with gangs. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, I done been shot a couple times. I done been through all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I done been down and out, left. I won certain stuff, lost certain stuff. I mean, obviously I'm still here, so when you say lost, you mean I'm not saying like, but I took other losses in other ways that, you know what I'm saying, make you realize that that street stuff is not fun. You think it's fun, it's all fun and games until you become on the goddamn chopping block. So what I'm saying right now about 1090 Jake, imagine all the ties he has and the people he's involved with. You see stuff he's walking around saying all this time. But now imagine those people turning on him. Like I said, I'm not saying everybody feels the same way. I just seen like Harlem Legends and them coming at him, King Erner, a couple other people. But imagine if you go now, if all the people he was messing with, now if they all turn on him. Do you realize now his life is done? His social life is a wrap. Because once you live that life, you boxed into a social life to where this is what you do. These are the people you be around. These are the places you go. Now you can wake up one day and now you can't do none of that no more. That's all a rap for you now. Everywhere you was going is a rap. Everybody you was dealing with, that's a rap. And depending on if they really feel strongly about it, now you got to really watch your back. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you what, you might think you're tough. You might be tough. You know what I'm saying? But there is nothing comfort about knowing every time you walk out of your damn house that you might be jokers out there waiting to gun you down. And when you beefing with some real people like I have in my life, I don't care how tough you think you are. When you know you beefing with some real dudes in the streets and you know that their objective is to take you down, life gets real weird. Trust what I tell you. Life gets real weird real quick. I don't care how tough you are. I don't care what you got, how many guns you got, all that type of stuff. Life gets real spooky. I'm gonna tell you that right now because everything you used to do before, you can't do that no more. You just going down to buy some blunts from some Dutchess from the store to roll. You can't do nothing normal no more. And you got to have money because now you got to work. Now there's gonna be car doors getting shot up. You got to be paying for car doors. You got rental cars. You got to be getting the rental cars fixed before you take them back to the rental company. Before you know what I'm saying. Kimberly Frazier, how you doing? Trust me, when it comes to war, a lot of unnecessary money gets spent in war. I guarantee you. Trust what I'm telling you. Just trust what I'm telling you. Money that you just never had to spend before, now you got to spend because now you got this beef. Like I said, if you would have like 1090 Jake claims he's part of, imagine now you beefing with all them same people that you was down with. You know how dark your life gets from there? Let this be a damn lesson, man. Like, stay away from all that gang stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from it. I seen the video he put out. I mean, me personally, without trying to be too, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have done that if I was him, just for the simple fact that you know if there's people still in there relying on. You know, there's still, of course, you know what I'm saying? It's not everybody. This is stuff is commonly known. You know what I'm saying? But I just wouldn't have been the one to go out there and say it, knowing that some of my people that still would be in there are dependent on guards bringing in, you know what I'm saying, contraband and stuff like that. So it's just not a good look regardless. As far as saying the snitching, can you really call it snitching? I don't know, but what he did it wasn't a good look. I'll tell you that much. It's definitely not a good look. And hit the goddamn like button because you don't look good if you don't. But yeah, man, just a lesson to be learned, man. This is how dark life can go, man. Like overnight, you make one wrong move dealing with that gang stuff, man. That's why it's better off to just stay away from it. Just stay clear of it. It just ain't worth it, man. Like, trust what I tell you. It's not even worth it. For real, for real. You got to worry about too much extra stuff. Like, you got to be living up to too many extra standards. I mean, the average person in the street, if you're just a decent dude, you know, don't go out there just telling on nobody or you just know the regular stuff. But when you're involved in gangs, it just holds you to way too much more of a standard that's not even necessary, you know, especially if you're making money. 1090 Jake out here on YouTube making probably $50,000 to $100,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Why even be involved with gangs? Why even have that type of energy around you? You know what I mean? It's just not worth it. It's just not even worth none of that. It's just not worth it. It's just the whole thing is just not worth it, man. So that's all I'm trying to say, man. Like, take 1090 Jake's situation as an example, man, of how, like I said, man, I learned that lesson just by beefing with certain people on the streets, certain of these groups. Like I said, life can get real dark real quick, man. I'll tell you what, life can get real dark real quick. And then, like, I experienced that not from the same type of way, but just like the fact of, like, then when you take a L or it looks like you're losing, people that you even know that you've been down with for mad long that know you, they'll even switch up on you because it looks like you're not on the winning team. You know what I'm saying? Even little stuff like that, just keep your ass away from that stuff, man, for real. Like, it's just not worth it, especially if you're out here making money, good money, too. Life-changing money, life-altering money. You want to be involved in some goddamn gang. Get your dumb ass up and get your mind right and get your life together, man, for real. Why walk around with all this extra pressure on you? Walking around with gangs, now you got to do what the gang does. And then if somebody might not like you for a personal reason, some other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with the gang politics, but they might not like you. Now they want to put you on the menu because they're just hating because maybe the girl they likes you now. So you know what I'm saying? Like, the gang life is just not what it looks like. It's just not like you're in a gang and that's it. There's so many politics and little intricate details that come along with being involved in stuff like that. Trust me, when I finally got myself out of all that and then got a job, I ain't gonna sit there and act like I love work. I don't have me sit here and start lying to you. I ain't gonna sit there and say all that. You know what I'm saying? That I love work. Like, I'm not saying that, but here's something that I learned. When you don't carry a gun, you know how much problems you don't get into just by not having a gun on you when you don't think like that? Trust when I tell you, when you walk around with a gun, you will always be involved with gun activity because you just have it on you. Dusty dudes attract dusty dudes. It's like a dude in the street that's on that type of time. They have like spider senses that sense, oh, this joker got a gun on him. Let's go over here and approach him to start trouble with him because he has a gun. They don't even see the gun. You know what I'm saying? But it's like one of them weird dynamics. It's kind of like when people be like, oh, if you out here single, you can't get nobody to be with you. But the minute you say you got somebody, everybody wants to be with you. It's like that type of law of attraction type of thing when you're in the streets messing around with guns and stuff like that. Back when I was in that mind state, you feel like you got to have a thing on you to go everywhere. You're not going to go to the grocery store You ain't gonna drop your kid to school. You ain't gonna do nothing without the piece on you, unless you got the slammer on you. But magically, when you're not involved in that type of stuff, stuff just magically disappears out of your life. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird thing. So the moral to the story, what I'm saying is just stay away from all that stuff, man. I don't know what 1090 Jake's response is. I didn't look at all the stuff and get all into it, but believe when I tell you, he's losing sleep right now. This is not a comfortable feeling for him. It's not comfortable, even though it don't seem like everybody turned on him, but even just half of the people that might have turned on him, even that alone is not comfortable. Because now anywhere you go, you got to be thinking, who feels some type of way? You know what I'm saying? And just like in the mob, sometimes the people that take you out be the people that's closest to you because they can get to you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing for somebody that you think is your people's. Hop you in the car, let's go mess with these chicks. Next thing you know, the back of your head gets blown out. So now you got to worry about everybody you go around. Did they put an order out to take me out? You know what I'm saying? It's just too much, man. That's why I keep your dumb ass away from these gangs, man. For real, for real. Get yourself together. Get up out the streets, man. Trust when I tell you, it's fun when it's fun. But when it's not fun, it's extremely not fun. Trust when I tell you, it's extremely not fun when it's not fun no more. Get up out of it, for real, for real.